And ladies and gentlemen, we are back one final time in this fusion event, the last stop of the final slaughter tour. Cyberdark Claw ditches for Cyberdark Realm getting Cyberdark Cannon. Cannon ditches for Cyberdark Keel. Cybernetic Horizon ditching hers and Keel, getting Cyberdark Chimera, tossing out Cyber and Dragon. Hers getting the OG Cyber. Chimera activates, ditch Power Bond to get another copy. Power Bond activates. Cyber Eternity Dragon. Cyber Dragon along with two machines. 2 machines, and Cyber Dragon. Level 10 Light Machine, 28 body, 4,000 defense. Quite a wall there. If you have a machine fusion monsters in your graveyard, Cyber and Dragon, the case is your opponent cannot target this card and can't be killed with an opponent's card effects. If this fusion summon card you control is sent to the grave by an opponent's card effect, special one Cyber Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard, OG Cyber Dragon, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard only on your turn. This turn, your opponent cannot target or kill fusion monsters in general within card effects. And at 56 due to Power Bond, Chimera tossing out Edge, and 28 damage taken due to Power Bond. Special Cyber Dragon, Contact the 2 for Fortress, Eternity Dragon for OG Cyber, Call for Princess, Normal Princess, getting Spellcaster, switch the 2 attacks off from Spellcaster, Rageki's the OG, and both are getting in there for 41. Princess ditch Darkwood Swordsman. Normal Summon Core flips out Onslaught, getting Cyberdark Realm again, activates another realm, getting Cyberdark Horn, Monster Reborn Cyberdark Chimera, Realm activates, Normal Summon Horn, equips Claw, Cyberload Fusion. Fusion summon one fuse monster, obviously that lists Cyber Dragon on it, by shuffling the materials back to the deck. And the turn you do this, only that fusion attacks. Chimera Tech, Over Dragon. Cyber Dragon plus one or more machine monsters must be fuse summoned, obviously, and first chance that it gets fuse summoned, send everything else outside of Over Dragon to the grave. The original attack and defense of this card becomes the number of times of the materials used times 800, and on top of that, the number of materials used for Over Dragon, that's how many times it gets to attack on opponent's monsters. 3 materials, 3 times on attacks. Chimera tosses out Horn. Over Dragon over Fighter, no damage. Over Dragon Vanish from Onslaught, and that's Scoop. And this next clip of this challenge activates Disciples, looks like up against True Dracos. Tribute off the Monarch Syrup for Majesty Maiden, aka Stratos of True Draco monsters. Triggers card of demise here. Draw cards until you have 3. The turn you do this, no special summon, they don't care about that. No further damages, and on top of that, depends on the leftover cards in your hand, all of them are getting sent to the graveyard as of the end phase. Activates Diagram, Duality for the following 3. Sword Soul Blackout, Target one worm you control and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy him. Icarus attack, basically. And first chance that it gets banished, generate you a Sword Soul token. And while the token is there, you can't go to extra except Synchros. And each effect of Sword Soul Blackout once. Summon limit. No one can summon more than 2 times. Dynamite Knight. This is your Stratos or placing a True Draco trap or True King continuous trap. Grab Summon limit. Diagram kills off Ignis Heat. Now Ignis Heat here, this is your Stratos or placing True Draco or True King spells in terms of continuous. Dynamite Knight offering Disciple. So 2 of the biggest beat sticks. Evenly matched. Dynamite Knight adds True King's Return. In TCG land, a while back, one of the cards from 2 to 3, True King's Return, it's basically your Monster Reborn of True Draco or True King monsters in defense. And as for the way how their spells and trap gimmicks work, trap gets sent from back row to grave. Trap destroys, target and destroys a monster. And then the spells here, target and destroys a spell trap. Evenly matches everything but that one set, which I'm convincing that's Summon Limit. And at this point, we literally got full knowledge. Summon Limit, True King's Return, and then that one card unknown. Flips True King's Return. Return Reborn Ignis Heat. Onslaught banishes Ignis. And setting the willpower. The little tiger that could. Double-edged sword on Baby Tiger. 25 to the both of us. Even stalemate. At 5k apiece. Duality. Sword Soul Blackout. Solemn Judgment. Carter Demise. Blackout, Judgment, Carter Demise. Carter Demise it is. Demise flips. Jitching. Another return and Torrential Tribute. Yeah, I can legit tell that hand is just extremely tight. There's the Feather Duster. Another return activates. As for the huge hits, double return, Summon Limit, another Torrential, and Monarch's Erupt. So in this one for Monarch's Erupt, activate this only if you have no cards in your extra deck. So basically, the card is literally dead. I don't know why you're using an extra deck. And you're able to control a Tribute Summon monster. In other words, this card is literally skill drain, except Tribute Summon monsters. During your end phase, no Tribute Summon monster, kill this card or send it. Return kill Tiger. Willpower for Tiger. Tiger is not going down without no fight. And on top of that, due to willpower, Tiger is forced to attack. Heritage here. Draw cards equal to the number of True Draco, True Kings, monster spells, and traps. And on top of that, extra summon, and then True Draco spell, target and kills a spell trap. There's the call. Tiger finally got some assistance in him. Normal Princess grabs Village, polys it out, and then True Draco players scooped up. And this next clip of this challenge, looking at this hand, it's definitely something. Branded in high spirits. Okay, looks like up against Albaz Despia. Well, most cases, okay, so it's more likely Albaz to be precise because of the card text. Reveal a monster, send one level 8 fusion from extra deck to grave with that same type that has 25 attack or defense, and apply this effect. Discard a reveal monster, and if you do, add one Albaz or one monster that mentions it, and then during the end phase, fusion monster gets sent to the graveyard. Add this card from grave to hand. One effect of high spirits, effect per turn, and only once that turn. One effect or the other, can't do both. Celestial revealed, tossing out Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, adding in Albion the Shrouded Dragon. In this one for Albion, of course the name is Albaz while on board in graveyard, and there's the card text on Albaz. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, send one Albaz or a Branded Spell Trap from hand or deck to graveyard. Apply the following effect depending on where it was sent from. Hand, special it out. Foolish from deck, place this card at the bottom, and if you place it, draw one. Albion, sending Brandon in white. So fusion summon any fusion monster from your extra by using hand or field as material, including dragons. Banish monsters from your graveyard as material if you happen to use Albaz as material from hand, field, or by banishing it itself. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard just because it was sent there due to Albaz's effect, straight up set this card. Each effect of branded in white once. Normal summons Aluber. Now Aluber here, normal or special, add one Branded Spell Trap from deck to hand. This is the card you want to see the most because it is your Stratos of Branded Spell Traps. And then if a face-up fusion you control gets killed by battle or leaves the field no matter where it goes, just because of an opponent's card effect while it's in the graveyard, target one effect monster your opponent controls, special it, and if you do, negate the targeted effects until the end of the turn. So basically, this is your reverse Fleur de Lis, but with the targeting power. Branded Bond here. Special, a Albaz that's banished in hand or graveyard during the end phase if this card is in the graveyard just because of Albaz's effect. Straight up set that Branded Bond. Each effect once. And setting one. Normal summon Princess. Princess gets call. Call activates. Getting Onslaught, places Village, or activates it, setting one, and flipping the Onslaught as we prepare. Set a monster, set a back row, state simplified. Normal summon Baby Tiger. Baby Tiger over Despian Tragedy. Now Tragedy here, if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished just because of a card effect, Onslaught, add one Despia monster from deck to hand except Tragedy. And then you can banish this from grave, target one Branded Spell Trap in grave, reset it. Effect the Tragedy per turn and only once that turn. One effect or the other, can't do both. Tragedy getting Dramaturge. Now Dramaturge here. Fusion, Synchro, XZ, or Link is special outside of the damage step. Pendulum to get around that thing. Target one effect monster anywhere on the field, negate its effects until the end of the turn. And on top of that, if this card is in your hand or field, is used as material sent to grave or banished, special out the Dramaturge. Each effect once. Incredible Ecclesia for Albaz. Now, following the Albaz here, normal or special outside of the damage step, discard one fusion summon, one fusion monster from your extra by using materials anywhere, but the thing is, you only got to use Albaz and no other monster on your field, along with anything else your opponent has. And the effect is hard one. So basically, super poly, but you can respond to it. And based on the situation, in terms of the game state. A, nothing from extra deck of mine. B, none of my main deck stuff is lights or darks for that matter, with the exception of Cyber Dragon as a light itself, but has not saw it. And C, attack targets are way too low for the likes of Titanic Clad. Albaz and Dramaturge for Despian Quaeritis. Level 8 Light Fiend. I don't even know why making it a light when this card first came out. Despia along with light and or dark. Despia and a dark, and it was due to Brandon and White, I believe so. Yeah, it was due to Brandon and White. Now, Despian Quaeritis here. During the main phase, as a quick effect, change the attack of all monsters currently on the field to 0, except level 8 or higher fusions. Somehow effects are still live. If this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, add to your hand or special one Albaz or Despia from deck. Each effect once. Dramaturge comes back, and then Brandon Bond here, as we already knew about. Special out Albaz. Celestial grabs 2 cards. Super Poly. I mean, you know, it's Super Poly. We can't stop that. So, in this situation, A, no lights of mine. B, attack is too low. And C, nothing from special summon in any shape or form. These two together for Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon. Despia, light or dark. Despia dark. Masquerade the Blazing Dragon is a level 8 Dark Fiend, yet they made his name involving dragon in it. Wow. Anywho, while you control this fusion summon card, your opponent must pay 600 to activate cards or effects. So basically, I'm going to stem the bleeding over here. And on top of that, if your opponent controls a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, Exi, or Link Pendulum to get around that thing, while this card is in your graveyard by a quick effect, or as a quick effect, special this out, but banish it whenever it leaves. And the revival is once. Dramaturge, effects negated, and Despian, make it 0. Onslaught, banish Masquerade. Masquerade kills all princess, negating Baby Tiger off from Aluber. Aluber banished off from Onslaught as Baby Tiger gets killed. Willpower revives princess and Baby Tiger. Ooh, Call by the Grave on Baby Tiger. Adding Call off from princess. Activates Call, grabbing Swords Movement. Switches Spy to attack, normal Swords Movement. 28-28 to the opponent. Banishes the fusion off from Onslaught. Tragedy comes back. Villages into Fighter. Fighter banishes Dramaturge. Spy over Tragedy, banished. Tragedy getting another Aluber. Princess sending Spy for another Baby Tiger. Aluber summoned. Brandon in high spirits. Activates it. Albaz revealed. As for Albion here, level 8 Dark Dragon, 25 body, 2000 defense, requires our Albaz and a light. You know what, Konami? The dragon, that makes sense right there. And then, first of all, you made it a dark. It requires a light, yet the artwork, he's literally fired up. What a weird card design this is. So, if this card is fuse summoned, so first chance that it gets fuse summoned, fusion summon level 8 or lower fusion from your extra deck that isn't Albion by banishing the materials mentioned on it from hand, field, and or graveyard. So most cases, it is literally a walking miracle fusion involving the materials mentioned on it. And on top of that, during the end phase, first chance that it gets sent to the graveyard because it was sent there, either add to your hand or straight up set one branded spell trap straight from your deck. Each affected Albion the branded dragon once. Incredible Ecclesia summon. Specials Albaz, branded in red, grabbing another Albaz. Double Albaz. Sprind the Iron Dash Dragon. Level 8 Dark Machine. Okay, Konami needs to stop coming up with these weird lores involving such mix and mashing the different requirements, typings, and the dragon in its name. So, level 8 Dark Machine, 25 body, 2000 defense. Fallen to Albaz and affect monster special summon this turn. So, affect monster special summon this turn. Another Albaz that was all from Incredible Ecclesia. There we go. During your main phase, move it along to another monster zone. Then, kill all face-up cards within the cards column. And on top of that, same concept as Albion or Titanic Clad in terms of the end phase graveyard. The twist is Spriggans or Albaz from deck to either hand or to the field. Sprine, move it along, kill Princess. Princess, special spy in defense, and Ecclesia to hand. Which, of course, this was something I do not know about. During the end phase, no matter whose end phase it is, if a fusion monster more than one is sent to your grave this turn, add this card from graveyard to hand. Interesting. Tribute Baby Tiger for Cyber Dragon. Context Shrine for Fortress. Spy Crash on Aluber. Aluber Banish. Spy grabbing Swordswoman. Village getting Amazoness Princess. Princess gets Call. And Chimera Tech for a game. And this next clip of this challenge, Cyber Dragon Nashter up against Cyber Dragon, Cyber Darks, revives Chimera, Chimera gets Cyber Dark Horn Foolish, Cyber Dark, Chimera ditches Feather Duster for Power Bond, fires off Droll, Power Bond for Cyber Eternity Dragon, hers, grabbing Nashter in hand, and one set. Taking the 28 off from Power Bond. I'm gonna summon Princess, Infinite Impermanence, and Baby Tiger to extend. First of all, sick animation of Impermanence, and more importantly, because it was flipped on board, it makes it so that whatever spell trap that is all from that Imperm column gets placed, it also ends up negated until the end of the turn. So whatever you do, do not put it where the Imperm column is. Otherwise, the whole thing is basically screwed. And one set. Flips Onslaught. Eternity Dragon over Princess. Vanishes Eternity Dragon. Nashter ditches Celestial. Master revives Chimera. Top deck's Princess getting Call, and Call getting Paladin. Now, if you are wondering how did I contact Fuse without using a Cyber Dragon, first of all, Cyber Dragon Natcher, its name is Cyber Dragon while it's on the field most cases, or in the graveyard. So, just in case, if I never saw Cyber Dragon from my hand in any way, I could just wipe out their whole board in terms of contacting machines to make Fortress, leaving them with nothing. And that is literally game. Chimera tossing out Claw, Onslaught, Special Paladin, and that's all she wrote. And this final clip here of this challenge looks like we're up against Despia. Alright. As for branded opening here, discard one card, take one Despia monster from the deck, and either add it to the hand, Rhoda, or straight up special it out in defense. Also, for the rest of the turn, after branded opening resolve, can special from extra deck except fusions. And if a fusion monster is more than one you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this from grave instead. So basically this is your saving grace of it all. Each effect once. Ditches Aluber for another Aluber, adding in branded in red. In this one, target one Despia or Fallen of Albaz. Okay, so Albaz Despia as it is again. In your graveyard, add it to the hand and apply the following effect. Fuse summon level 8 or higher fusion by banishing the materials. And one set. Feather Dusters. What do we hit? Imperm. Dope. Activates Village. Set 1. Normal Baby Tiger. Baby Tiger over Aluber. Flip Onslaught, of course. Branded in red, get a Aluber. Despian Quaeritus returns once more by using double Alubers. And based on the opponent's hand, I'm guessing he literally glued the Alubers in his hand. Same with the branded opening, branded in red, and the branded opening that he searched out. Well, technically, branded opening in his open hand and branded in red that he searched out. There we go. And then the return of Quaeritus once again. Normal summon Celestial. Kill the field spell, burn for 5, lame. Onslaught banishes Celestial. Double-edged sword to the Despian. Normal summon Swordswoman. Baby Tiger comes back, and Swordswoman at 0. And this is where the Despia player exactly made the fatal mistake in this game. Despian Quaeritus here. Anyone's turn, change the attack to 0 except level 8 or higher fusions. And this was literally right before a Baby Tiger comes back. So he's already at 6. Interesting. So here's the thing. The Despian Fusion made Swordswoman 0. And with double-edged sword here, extra 2000 boost at 45. So as a result, this game is lethal. How, you ask? Amazonis Swordswoman. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving her. And double-edged sword here. One double-edged sword at a time. 2000 boost. and both players take any battle damage involving the equipped. If you take 2,000 or more battle damage, send it to the graveyard. So, what's going to happen is this. Swordswoman at 0 is going to swing over the Despian fusion, taking 45 damage, and the equip is there, resulting him another 4,500 damage. In other words, Amazon and Swordswoman is literally what I like to call One Punch Woman. So guys, that's gonna do it for this event. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and I'll catch you guys at the next event. Later.